That thing on? All right, you guys. I have a really big announcement. I want to be completely transparent with you guys. We've had some major developments here at Daily Driven Exotics, and depending on how you're going to look at it, some of you are going to think this is a bad thing, a major fail, and you're probably right. The truth is, we've decided to shut down. Garage 11 just was an undertaking that we attempted and is a huge failure and left us with, unfortunately, having to let go a whole bunch of people that worked here. I'm now the front desk girl at the moment, and yeah, I don't really know what to do with all this stuff. So let me get into telling you every little detail, what you guys can expect, and where do we really go from here. But first, well, we've got Evan here with a delivery, sir. Good morning. Evan's still here, by the way.
Some hats for Gold Rush.
I know. We are going on Gold Rush, and Dave is currently over on a vacation in Europe for the next couple of weeks. So Evan and I are gonna tackle the rally vlogs for you guys and keep that epic content coming. Here's the good news. This business was built on epic adventures behind the wheel of cars, and that is not going anywhere. In fact, we really just want to get back to the roots of what made DDE fun, exciting, and what made you guys want to watch the channel. So that means we're going to be going on Gold Rush Rally. That's going to be tomorrow, leaving in Beverly Hills. If you're around the area, come by. If you can make it to any of the cities along the way, come and say hi. I actually ordered 200 or 300 of these one-off, very exclusive DDE Gold Rush collaboration hats, which just showed up right now, and they are super epic. And we have the logos on the 3 sides. These hats will be absolutely free, and I'll be handing these out, Evan and I, along all the start grids. When we see people wearing the DDE merch, you will be rewarded with an exclusive DDE Gold Rush hat. So come out and see us. Now, all of the locations and the times will be posted on my Instagram, so go to the Daily Driven Exotics Instagram to get all of the details about that. But for now, let's carry on about what's going on with the fate of the DDHQ. Okay, so let's go over who you won't be seeing in the background of any of the videos anymore. Our front desk girl, Stephanie. She was amazing. Shout out to you, Steph. Honestly, nothing against Stephanie. It was a lack of customers. It was a bad economic situation. And we just saw that this business was very quickly going to drag the entire business into the ground. And so sometimes as a business owner, you have to make really tough decisions. And those decisions require reducing expenses when times are tough in the economy so that you don't completely go bankrupt. And unfortunately, Stephanie was one of the people we had to let go. Now, the store is still here. I'm very excited and proud to say you guys have supported this store here at 19070 South Reyes, Compton, California, with open arms. You guys come here, you love coming to see the cars are on display, and this is something that's going to stay here. This is not going anywhere for the near future, as long as it keeps going well and people are coming here and wanting to pick up the epic merch and rep everything. So Isaiah still works here, and we've also got our boy Guy. He does our fulfillment in the back room over here, and I'm gonna kind of walk through, and you guys are gonna see kind of what's going on here at the HQ and who's still around, and I'll explain why some people have had to go. There's more people that have had to leave. You guys might not like some of these. Now in this room, apparently it's become parking, but this room's actually fulfillment. So this is where we keep a whole bunch of the merch now, you guys. We've taken fulfillment in-house. So when you guys buy something at shopdd.com, which you can go to right now, there's a link in the description, you can pick up the newest, latest drop. We've got the brand new chocolate, we've got the tan, we've got our classic stuff. This is all being fulfilled right here out of the DDHQ. And the biggest part of our business has been making videos, sponsorships that help support us, and selling our brand merch. Then we've tried to add other layers onto it to really fulfill or use, or maybe the word is monetize, all of the space that we have in this building, because this building is massive. It's 30,000 square feet. And when Hoonigan used to be here, they built all of these walls. These weren't here before, and all of the security and infrastructure they put in here, all those little red dots that you see by the doors, those are key card access cards so that you can't just meander through the building at free will because they had secret projects here and that sort of thing. And they spent like $500,000 building this business out. Now let me tell you the difference between Hoonigan, which was bought out by Wheel Pros, so the whole time they were here, it was this massive billion-dollar corporation. And at the time, they poured a bunch of money into Hoonigan to kind of keep things going during that transition period, which is why they had the funds to do all this. We're not Hoonigan. We're not a big corporate entity. We're just two guys from Canada trying to make it every single day. And part of that is we have all these cars, and that's gonna go back to a bit of history about how did we even end up here? All right, you guys, we need to thank today's sponsor, Rockform. This is the world's most durable phone case. If you don't believe me, just look at some of the footage of me throwing this case around on concrete floors, up against brick walls, up against building doors. It falls and it's all in one piece. There's no cracks, there's no dents, exceeds military drop specifications. It is amazing. We've been using this for over 5 years and I have never had a problem with my phone. I've never had a crack, a dent, or anything as long as it's been protected by one of these Rockform cases. And it'll click into a whole bunch of various accessories that Rockform have specially designed. Motorcycle mounts that go on your handlebars or your mountain bike. Also, it has a magnet, and this magnet is neodymium. Why is that important? Because it's not going to erase any of your card information if you rub it up against your wallet. It's called MagSafe. It is the best case you can get to protect your phone. You guys, I love my Rockform. I ask you to go and pick one up and try it for yourself. On with the rest of the vlog. Okay, lights, camera, action. We're now in the machine shop. So how did we end up here? With all these tools and things that I honestly don't know anything about. There's one real simple answer. As this business grew back in Canada and I started realizing that Southern California is the #1 place, and you cannot convince me otherwise. I have traveled this globe. I have driven my car on multiple continents into 25 different countries, and I have never seen car culture or bike culture or truck culture like it is here. It is literally the hotspot on planet Earth. Here, Southern California, LA, Orange County, San Diego. And it's incredible. It's a mixture of, obviously, money was flowing here with Hollywood and people having good careers, and money just came here. It's California. It's a beautiful place. And to live here, yeah, taxes are high, so you gotta have real money to maintain a position here. On top of that, the weather's always good, almost 24/7, which means a lot of people wanna get out and drive their cars. On top of that, the landscape, the roadways, the mountains are perfectly sculpted to take your vehicle out for a beautiful drive. And it's really, there's nowhere else like it in the United States, to be honest, with the ocean on one side and the mountains on the other. As I came down here and started spending my time here in Southern California, I realized that if I wanted to up my business volume of content, I needed to be here. And well, that's how I ended up down here all the time. And Dave and I used to come down and literally pound the pavement by staying in a hotel. We had no HQ, and we would just go out and drive every single day. And as we did that, it was fun and exciting for a while. And we would pop into a garage like AGX back in the day, or eventually went down and met the guys at Sheepy Race, Alex and them. And we would work with GI Automotive in Beverly Hills. And as you guys know, if you're OG, I've worked with a lot of garages. And I'm gonna even address the running joke that, yeah, Damon burns a lot of bridges. Let me tell you how that all happens. I do want to point out that this vehicle and the Camaro over there are still going to be completed. We have professional certified mechanics on hand that are working on this. We're just currently waiting for a few parts. So no worry to the current 2 projects in this garage. They're gonna get handled in a timely manner. The reason why I started my own garage really goes back to working with other garages. You see, I only spend 2 weeks of the month here. And in those 2 weeks, it is dire that during that time, the shops I work with fulfill the commitments they made with me. Why? Because I'm only in town long enough to film the video and the content. So if something falls out of alignment because for whatever reason, I'm not pointing any fingers, and I've seen and heard it all over the last 8 years. The truth is, if I can't make my video, I'm put in a corner. Every one of my cars, every building that we've had, hotel expenses, the flight expenses to get here, everything costs money. And in order for me to pay my bills, I make videos. And if the video doesn't get made, the money doesn't come in, and the bills don't get paid. It is just that simple. I freak out, Dave freaks out when we go to a shop and they said, hey, yeah, your car will be done next week and you can come in and we're gonna work on it and we'll make a video with you and we'll dedicate a few hours that day to working on your car. I say, great. I book my flights, I go through customs, I book my hotel, I come down here with Dave, we say bye to our wives and our families, and we only are to show up to realize that the shop can't fulfill the promise that they made. That happens way more times than you guys could even imagine. And that makes trying to build our business, one, very, very hard, very, very stressful, but more importantly, it puts us into a corner financially. See, Dave and I know what we have to do. And that's why sometimes we've gone out and we've just done whatever it takes. We'll jump in a car, we'll drive to LA, and we'll go and try to find other people to go for a cruise with, and we'll try to make a video that entertains you guys, even if it's not what we had in mind. And over the years, that's been okay, but it's starting to get tiring. And then eventually we thought, what if we started our own shop? That would be easy. That would solve a lot of the problems, right? No. Let's get out of this stuffy warehouse and out into this beautiful California sunshine. Now, every single thing inside that building, Dave and I bought. Every tool, every machine, everything. It's very expensive. And we went all in, as we do. We don't mess around. If we're gonna do it, I'm going all chips in. I wanna give it 100%. And there's one reason why, and this is a huge piece of advice to anybody who's about to take anything on in life, whether it's a marriage, whether it's a business, whether it's raising children, whether it's taking care of a dog or goldfish. You should be 100% in, because if you have any hesitation, if you don't think for 1 second you're all in, you're gonna fail that thing. And I wanna know that if the thing fails, I gave it everything I had. And here's where I feel really good about walking away from certain parts of this building, because we gave it everything we had. We financially invested everything, we gave our energy into it, and we tried. And at the end of the day, here's what I learned. I'm really good at making videos. I enjoy making videos. I'm passionate about cars. Yes, I don't build the cars with my bare hands, you guys, but I love cars. In my head, I have a vision and a design, and I execute that. And then I do the thing I love the most about cars. It ain't building cars, it's driving cars. That's what I actually loved about this location. We had a legal, safe spot to come and shred tires. Yeah, it's not huge, but it was legal. And that was really important to us, because as DDE has grown, it's gotten a lot more attention. Not just from average viewers, from the authorities. And we do need to set an example for the rest of the people watching, not to go out and do dumb stuff on the street. Right now in LA, the car culture has a huge black eye because of street racing, street takeovers, and just general disrespecting law enforcement. You see it all the time on social media. People literally stand in front of the cops and just make fun of them now. The next generation is, on some sense, completely crazy. I don't know how you guys do it. And it's not funny, but it's put us in a position as a 46-year-old adult with 3 children to lead by example on some level. That's why you guys don't see me doing dumb burnouts on the streets. That's why you guys see me doing it all here. Or I go to the racetrack. At the end of the day, that's what made this place so appealing. It's actually not the garage. The garage was an afterthought. So I want you guys to know the process of how we ended up here. The garage came from a necessity of having so many cars that simple oil changes and things like that, we knew we didn't want to be paying, no offense to Lamborghini, but like $1,200 for an oil change. Let me tell you something. You can do your own oil change on a Lamborghini for 300 bucks. That's how much they mark it up. At the end of the day, we thought, well, we could save some money, definitely save some time, and more importantly, we could do things on our own timeline. That way we knew if we were gonna come here and make a video, it was on us, nobody else, no excuses, no other customer cars. Then it escalated again. And we thought, well, with all this space, these garages, why don't we take on some customer cars to help pay for the overhead? This building, at the end of the day, just with electricity, the internet, the security, is $45,000 a month. Every month, no matter what. And we have to make that money. And we thought having some customers come in here, making a bit of money, servicing people. Well, Dave and I were out of town. Here's where the timeline thing comes into play too. Remember how I said we're only here 2 weeks of the month? Yeah, but the building is here 4 weeks of the month. Couldn't we monetize it? So that's how we opened the store, and then we opened the garage. And after about 5 months of doing this, the cost of the employees, the time that we had to invest creating structure and systems and putting everything in place and buying more tools just came very quickly to a realization and to a head that this was costing way more than it was ever gonna make. And so as a business owner, we just had to cut it off. And with that, we also had to get rid of a few more people. So at the end of the day, Michael, our fabricator, an amazing guy, he came all the way out here from Pennsylvania, and he is an incredible human being, first of all. He's got an amazing talent, and we made sure we tried to find him a home at another shop. So you guys, ironically, may or may not, I'm not sure, see him somewhere else on social media, maybe or maybe not. I don't know if they
might, yeah.
I don't know if they put their fabricators on camera, but he has a home here. He loves California. He said it was the best thing he had ever done because the opportunity to come work with DD pushed him outside of his comfort zone to make a decision to leave Pennsylvania, which he'd been humming and hawing about forever. Then we had another tech here that was working at a garage. He wasn't happy. He had the push to come here for a little while, which got him out of his job that he didn't like. And now he's gone to work somewhere that he would be much more happy at working at.
It worked out for everyone.
It worked out for everybody.
Yeah.
And then Tim. Tim's the homie. What's going on with Tim? Well, let me tell you. Now, if this feels like a lot of doom and gloom, don't worry. I'm getting to the good stuff, and that's part of it because we're going to Gold Rush. And Evan and I are honestly super excited because this is getting back to exactly what we love. Driving on the streets.
Driving.
Driving. So come with me and I'll explain to you what happened with Tim. You know, Evan was just saying, the fun part is the driving. And everything that I've done from day one has been able to drive. You know, when I think about it, the whole goal of DD was, how do I make enough money to justify having a Lamborghini that I could daily drive? That was it.
Yeah.
So, Tim. So Tim's a homie. You guys love Tim. I love Tim. Tim's like family. That's why Dave and I bought Tim that RX-7. Tim can't stand around a garage that doesn't have anything going on all day. He doesn't want to. And we don't have the financial means to just pay him to be here. So we came to an agreement that when Tim left, he always has an open door to come back here. And what we chose to do is a day rate. So when we need Tim, we can call upon Tim. You're just not gonna see Tim meandering around in the background every single day because he won't be here anymore. I don't wanna hold Tim back. Tim has a bright future. He's a smart dude. He's smart with his money. Just having him sit around here is holding him back from another great opportunity. And when we do need Tim, we have a day rate that we pay him, we call him and we'll schedule that and he'll come in like a contractor. So moving forward, Tim's still a part of the channel. You just might not see him here every single day, just in the background. And that's not easy for me either. Like for a day like today where I'm shooting a video, it's funner to have more people around that I enjoy being around that share this passion of cars and motorcycles to talk to. And when we reduce some of the team of DDE, it's challenging. It's kind of almost like going back to my roots where I kind of just have you guys, which is enough for me. This camera to talk to, it's just, I can't quite hear you because there's a short delay. I got Evan too, but Evan's like you guys. I don't hear him for a little while. He's like got a delay too.
Come on now.
Oh, and by the way, I want you to know, Tim wants to be here and he's still here, just so we're crystal clear. He just doesn't want to stand around a warehouse. So we're not going to make him do that. We'll just call him in on the days that he's really needed. And since basically we're leaving for Gold Rush later in about an hour, nobody's really here. The only people who are going to be here are Guy, Isaiah. Oh, and that leaves me with Anthony. Where is Anthony, that son of a... Damn. Now, you got to give mad props to Anthony because Anthony is the guy you don't see a lot of, but has been in the background. He's been basically the guy who does just about everything around the shop that nobody else wants to do. Number one, cleaning. He cleans all the floors in the store. He cleans the entire block so that it's clean when I want to come into town and shred tires, or anybody who needs to make a video is here can shred tires. He keeps this massive building and the property looking good, and he works really, really hard every single day. And what we wanted to do was, obviously, we need this place to stay clean, but also we needed help here in the store. So Anthony has been promoted to also being part of the fulfillment team and customer service. So if you guys come into the store, you'll see this beautiful face. He's also a father, and he has responsibilities to his family, and I love that about him. So he's still working here, and he works really, really hard, never complains, literally just keeps himself busy all day, every day. So we have Anthony, Guy, Isaiah. Tim's always a part of the family. He'll be in videos again. Hell, he might even make a stories or behind the scenes channel video for you guys when Dave and I are out of town. That's also what Tim does for us. Plus, he will fix the cars when I break them. And rest assured, I break cars. Now, let's talk about liquidating some cars. Let's face it, we need new blood in the family. These cars, well, that's Isaiah's car. That's obviously my car, and it's not going anywhere at the moment. My first car, just got that. Murcielago. It's weird to say that this car is the one car that if I had to sell everything, this is the one car I'd keep. Because the car right next to it, the SVJ, which is easily your guys' favorite along with the 720 GTR, and has more popularity than the Mercy, and has definitely done more things on the channel than the Mercy. This is the gumball car. This car is insane. And yet, it sounds crazy, but I would actually sell this before I would sell that. And that is just a me decision. Again, the choices I try to make are things that genuinely I'm interested in, that I'm passionate about, that keeps me going, and that's what keeps the channel going. The day that I have no interest anymore in any of this is just the day that I'll turn the channel off and delete it, like I said. Some of the cars we're still trying to sell, if you guys are in the market, is this beautiful 599. This is an Azzurro Dino Blue, and the camera does not do it justice. If you've been to the store and you've seen this car in person, comment below how beautiful it is. This is an amazing car. One of the last naturally aspirated V12s that actually has a gated conversion. Now, yes, it's a conversion, because if this was a factory gated car, this would be like $800,000. However, this car we're selling for about $125 USD. It's really, really inexpensive. It's got that Enzo V12. If you guys are interested, hit us up, shoot an email over to guy@dailydrivenexotics.com. We are also going to be getting rid of one of the Carrera GT vans. We're not sure if we're gonna sell the green one or the silver one, but if someone's interested in one of them specifically, let's say you guys wanted our CGT, the custom, like my Porsche Dave was trying to do, gold wheels, it's on bags, it's got a Starry roof liner. If somebody was interested in this, also shoot a message over to Guy. We have the gold 599. We're just putting that back together. When it's ready, we'll let you know. Another really inexpensive car that's gonna be up for grabs, as well as what am I going to do with the 720 GTR when it's done. That's a tough one. I'm not really sure. Can I keep all these cars at the moment? I could. It's just, what are they doing for the channel? Hopefully it drives really, really good, and if I love it, then we'll take it and we'll take it all over the world. If for some reason it's great, but it's just not living up to my expectations, or it's not reliable enough to drive all over the world, I might sell that car. I don't know. I guess I'll just have to cross that bridge when we get there. You see, we want to do more of this. Travel the world. And this was a lot of fun. Going over to the Middle East, meeting up with our boy, Mr. JWW, who's an amazing host. We also have Steve, POV, who took us to Japan all those years. We have so many amazing friends all over the globe that we've honestly just been missing. Why? Because again, we've been handcuffed to this place. This has been such an extensive amount of responsibility from a time and expense perspective that once we shed some of these costs, we will be able to travel, go all over the world, see you guys, and bring you honestly way better content than what we've been putting out lately, which I will even admit, this kind of stuff I miss. I miss that face, you son of a bitch. He is a handsome man. By the way, I've been waiting for the title for my Ducati for the last month. That's why it's been sitting here. I have not been able to take it, import it into Canada, and get it regged or insured. However, I've been on top of this, and I was told today they would be getting the title. I'm hoping at some point, maybe even before we leave for Gold Rush, I get a text message or a phone call, and we can go over to Del Amo and pick up a title for one said Superleggera V4. Hey, you in the bathroom?
No.
Guess what? I was just over a few minutes ago talking about getting my title.
Yeah.
Aaron just texted me and said he has title in hand.
The universe.
Will you take me over to the Del Amo Motorsports place?
Yeah, let's go.
You the man. Finally. Finally. Dude.
Not even wash my hands.
Oh shit. Can you show them your ridiculous upgrade? He has a wing on a wing. Yes. Evan did that. And it stays on.
Yeah.
He went to the track, and how fast did you get it going?
At the track, it was about 110.
You got it going 110 and it stayed on.
So good.
That is so ridiculous. I do love it. Evan's gonna take your boy to go get his title for the Super Leg. I'm excited for this, you guys. Evan was saying, man, after a month of waiting, it's almost like getting the bike for the first time. How are you loving this car? Are you excited to do a rally in it?
Yeah, it's not the most comfortable, but it's better than the Lambo.
Yeah, you know what's funny? It actually isn't the most comfortable car. You know, you would think that, and again, when we say comfortable, the only thing, because it's got a really stiff suspension, but so do the other cars, the only thing that really is a significantly weird thing in here is actually the seats.
Yeah.
Like if you're a big dude like us where you're wider,
Yeah, I know.
it's not, like you might be hurting after 6 or 7 hours in this.
Oh, well.
Nothing a few drinks can't fix for Evan, eh? I'll keep him under control. I'm the responsible adult.
You are?
Yeah, I don't drink.
Yeah, that
I don't do drugs.
That doesn't mean you're responsible. That just means you don't drink or do drugs. Just keeps doing it.
Whoa! I do love the blow-up valve in this car. It's amazing. We are at Del Amo Motorsports to pick up the title, finally. I'm excited for this. Let's go get it. Oh, I got something for you. I'll trade you some merch for a title. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Thank you. DMV here at California sucks. Woo, we're in business.
Got it now.
Woo! It's about to go down. I got the title, finally.
Is that what I think it is?
It is, after all this time. I can finally get this booked with a transporter, get it booked at the border, and get it imported. Then I can get insurance and res. That's easy now that I have the titles. So right now we're head up to Gold Rush Rally, you guys. Get excited, get pumped. We are gonna be in Beverly Hills. Come out, say hi if you see this and you're local. And if you see us anywhere along the way, routes are on my Instagram, Daily Driven Exotics, or even my Damon Fryer. Check us out. I'll tell you exactly when we're gonna be arriving. We have all the cities, we have the times, all that stuff will be posted on that social media because it's more real time. If you come to one of the start grids for Gold Rush Rally along the route, Evan and I will be handing these out to select people in the crowd, repping the DDE merch. So come out with your merch on. I have a limited amount. I have about 20 to 25 at every city to give away. So come see us. But we have to hit the road. Isaiah, Anthony, you guys are rock stars.
We'll hold the fort down while you're gone.
Appreciate you.
Have
Rally
fun.
content's about to get crazy.
Looking forward to
We got
that.
rally content up here. We're gonna have rally content on here. You guys, thanks for listening to me go on about the business, what's going on with the changes. We're excited. More epic content coming your way. The handcuffs are off. I can now get back out on the road. Dave can get on the road when he gets back from his trip. And we're gonna bring you guys some of the craziest global shenanigans that you've ever seen when it comes to car content. Love you guys.